This is how you spell it. Now, you will be honest with me, don't you? Do my R's look big in this? And now, before anyone asks, no, I am not related to Wayne Rooney. Although, luckily, when I call to book tables at restaurants, they don't ask, so I always get a good table. My first name is Irish. I'm actually half Northern Irish on my dad's side. Between you and me, my dad's in the CIA. He's a Catholic Irish alcoholic. Could be sort of to do with why my parents split up, but don't worry, it's okay. They're still good friends, but their relationship is a little bit odd. Like the other day, my dad rang the house phone. We screen our calls because, we all have that one relative who, we're so sorry that we missed your call. And he was calling for me, and he was like, oh, hi Roisin, it's Daddy. And my mum was closer to the phone, so she decided to pick it up and go, hi Daddy. Because that's normal. But my family is sort of filled with like a few sort of oddballs. Like take my nan for example. When I first started uni, she wanted to do something to help us. She's like, I'll buy you some towels. I'll sort out your bathroom. So we went towel shopping and got one of those, big sort of towels, those really lovely ones. And I held it up to me and she just blurts out, oh, it's big enough for you and a friend. And then she saw this like nice little toiletry case and she was just like, oh, that's really nice, you can just take it if you go and stay out somewhere for the night, it's just really easy. And I noticed this little discreet pocket and I was like, oh yeah, I can keep my underwear in there. And she turns to me and goes, well, just don't wear any. My family just sort of says what they think. Like, this is a genuine text I got from my mum once. She was like, I've just ordered you a netted top hat, a corset and a whip from eBay, which you then would refer to as my hoe outfit. And then once when my dad was over, she was like, why didn't you go to show your dad your hoe outfit? And which he replied, yeah, and put it on and go and stand at the street corner and finally start earning some money. I told my nan, and I was like, and she was just like, well, they're just trying to introduce you to the world of work. I guess that's a good point. Might as well start with something I enjoy. I'm used to sort of the weirdness in my life, not just from my family, but because I live in Croydon. Anyone from Croydon? Yeah, Croydon. We do get some odd people, like we nearly named our hospital Croydon University NHS Trust. It nearly happened. But it's not all bad. We do have some, famous people from there, like model Kate Moss. Got Kate Moss fans in the room. We had the presenter of The Right Stuff, Matthew Wright, and that racist lady on the tram. Yeah, but we can't mention Croydon without thinking of the Wrights. That's what we're infamous for. But at the time, I visited family in Northern Ireland like every year. So for me, with the Wrights, it was just like, well, what's the big fuss about? Like, a few days after the London riots, you sort of escaped to Northern Ireland, because luckily the Belfast riots had happened, a bit earlier this year. I think of them as their annual riots, It sort of tells me when summer's come around again. But in Ireland, stuff happens and you're just like, yeah, whatever. Like, you'll be sitting in the living room, just chatting, having tea, and there'll be, out the window, an army guy in full camouflage with a loaded gun, raiding the estate opposite. Or once we were driving down the road and a policeman stopped us and was like, oh, there's been some hijacking. Go on at your own risk. Keep your doors locked. But you have to remember, these are the people who, when the police shoot plastic bullets at them and everyone's running frantically around, they're running towards the bullet to keep it as a souvenir. Thank you. Good night.